9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, happy Monday morning. It's Ted, and this is Ted's Take for the week ending 12/2/2023. This is the week after Thanksgiving, and we've got some changes in the market. Nothing unexpected, but let's go ahead and jump right into those numbers. So again, not a lot of new surprises last week. We saw that drop off last week, and you see it picking right back up again this week. 465 new listings on a 4-week average of 485. So yeah, up 32% over last week. But really, what we're seeing is just the market returning to normal. The same thing goes for those properties that went pending last week. 447 you see is the 4-week average. 405 last week, up 22%. And the number of properties that closed out their transactions now that business was back to normal after the post-Thanksgiving holiday. You see it at 445, up 71% from the previous week, about just slightly above the 4-week average. The one thing I did note was the number of properties that expired last week was 60. That's much higher than what we've been seeing. And that brings that 4-week average up to about 29. But what you really saw was about 21 for a very long time, about 21 per week. Even through the month of October. So this was a little bit of a surprise. We'll see if it falls back to normal last week. It was the end of next week. It was the end of the month last week. So a lot of those listing agreements might have just expired at the end of the month of November. What that again says, just like it always does, is that these properties were not priced properly for whatever reason. And time to bring them back to the market with the right prices so that we can find buyers for them. Let's take a look at the deeper dive on our Orange and Seminole counties. And here's how we know that the market has been relatively stable, even with the Thanksgiving break. The total number of single-family homes in inventory, about 2,900 last week, up slightly from the previous week's reporting. And on average, for about the last 4 weeks, we've been bouncing between 2,850 and 2,900. Total number of homes that have sold over the last 30 days, this single-family homes, 1,043. So you're seeing right about 3 months, or 2.5-3 months of supply overall right out there. So a fairly stable market. I think it's still more of a seller's market than it is a buyer's market, but overall things are looking pretty steady. The median price for all homes in the market is about $470,000. The median price for single-family homes on the market right now is about $545,000. Still a little bit high, actually very high, especially over the last couple of years. However, this is what we're seeing for the asking prices on the market. So wrapping it up for a pretty normal week in real estate here in the Orange and Seminole County areas, we see that things bounced back to normal pretty much following the holiday, just as we expected. We did see the larger number of properties expired last week. Again, it may have been the end of the month. We'll know a little bit more when we report out at the end of next week. Price per square foot is holding steady, right at about $2.51 per square foot. Again, I report these numbers against single-family properties. Your mileage may vary. And as I reported last week, interest rates remain off their highs of earlier in November. And they've continued to decline in many locations. So check with your brokers, especially if you've been looking to or been holding off getting into the market. This may be an opportune time to reinvestigate getting in and buying. If you're in that market to buy, let me know, please. I'd love to help you. I have some good lenders that I can refer you to. And of course, once you're qualified, I'd certainly like to help you find that next home. All right, listen, that's it for this week. I'll see you again next week. In the meantime, keep it safe. Don't get too crazy out there with all the holiday shopping, and have a good one. We'll see you later.